Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Wanja Wairaka and I am trying to be your business enthusiast again. Yeah, so it's been a minute. I think it's been 2 years since I shot my last video. And yeah, it's been a roller coaster. If you guys watched my last video, you knew I was going through adulting. I had just finished university and I was in this space that I really didn't know what to expect. Yeah, so basically what's been going on has been corporate and adulting, just trying to figure it out. But here we are back again, back strong. Yeah, I'm saying yeah too many times. Um, so where have I been? What's been going on? I I just want to give you a backstory, kind of like a story time, basically. I finished uni and I was privileged to get a job after university. Of course, after like some time, but I believe I was privileged because out here it's so hard to get a job. Even with my 50 to 100 rejections, I'm not even counting. But yeah, I managed to get a job. I can't say that it was particularly what I expected. Um, at that time, the first job that I got, I didn't like the environment. Basically, it was a bit too cold for me. And I'm saying that as someone who does not interact with people a lot, does not talk a lot, but it was a bit too cold for me. Um, People did not talk to each other. Like you'd find that someone who sits next to you would come to the office, just continue with their work. And I was like, this is really how corporate is. I was a bit shocked. Then, of course, one of the major shockers for me was the pay. um I was literally confused. I was wondering how exactly do, if this is what someone straight out of university has a degree, probably has another professional course is earning, how exactly are they supposed to save, how exactly are they supposed to invest? So it took me aback for some time because I was like, what exactly am I coming to tell people over here? Yet I myself cannot cannot save with whatever I am earning. Like it was crazy. So I was in that roller coaster for a bit. Luckily, I managed to get another job, um, better paying job. Of course, not what I had put myself up to in terms of standards, but it was slightly better than what I was being paid in my previous job. And the environment here was slightly different. People were more friendly. People were, I don't know whether they were happy or they were just surviving, but it was a much warmer, much friendlier environment. And it was okay, but honestly it wasn't. It was still something else for me. You know, the thing is, you come out of university, especially if you are in like Strathmore USIU, you're kind of told that if you go to this university, you're going to get out of that university, you're going to get a good job. Like that's the reason you're paying more that school fees. But I'm getting to these places and I'm realizing that is not the case. That is not everyone's story. And this particular place kind of gave me a culture shock, to say the least. Um, I was I was working for an audit firm, and you know how audit firms are a bit crazy in terms of work hours, in terms of workload. But this particular one, I can't say I was doing much, but it was kind of um, it was it was like high school all over again. It was, I don't know, is it a dictatorship or what can you call it? But yeah, it was a bit weird. It was a bit too extreme for me. We were working until late at night. We were working on weekends, and it's not like you have something to do. You just cannot leave until that time is over. And I found it a bit strange. Another thing I didn't really like about the place was the growth. I see myself as someone who's going to be big out there in the corporate space, but in this particular setting, there was no growth at all. And the things that fascinated people is actually what took me aback. People would get fascinated by big things, big lavish things, and I was like, this cannot be it. I, if this is what is making people so fascinated, that means there is no opportunity for growth for me here. Like, this can't be it for me. And I value the experience that I got, but it's at that point that I think I questioned what I did in university. I think I just questioned the whole system basically. I was like, I've gone to university for 4 years, done a finance degree, done a professional course, and this is it. I was in complete shock. Like, I was like, this is not adulting. This can't be it. Yeah, so that was the roller coaster that I was going through. Luckily again, I got a chance to start again. I got another job. Um, Mind you, this previous one, by the way, was a full-time role. Um, I got the chance to start again as an internship, as an intern, and I was like, I would rather start again at a place that I see growth than at a place that I know I'll be stuck for 30 years doing the same thing, because that was what was happening, and for me, that was not it at all. So I got the chance to start as an intern, and this particular place, it was a bit bigger than now the previous place, but the things that I was doing even made me question things more. I was like, again, I have done a degree in finance, I have done a professional course, but I'm here, I am arranging uniforms, I am dispatching badges, like nothing related to my finance course. But I was like, I want to see the bigger picture. I'm going to see the bigger picture. This is a place that I see myself growing. So I decided to take it positively. Of course, that is not all that I was doing, but at that moment, you're like, what's happening? What's not happening? Yeah. But I came to appreciate everything. Um, there are some things that I've picked from corporate, at least from the 3 jobs that I've gotten. Out here, it's not easy. So if you're lucky, just grab that opportunity and make the best out of it. I thought I was going through it when I was getting all those rejection letters, but it's not easy to get a job out here. It really isn't. So what are the things that I have learned from corporate? I have like 10 things that I'm going to tell you, that I'm going to share with you, at least what I have learned from my corporate experience in the 3 places that I've worked. Number one is mentorship. Mentorship is so important. Mentorship will get you through doors that you cannot see yourself. Having a mentor is one of the things that have helped me so much. These are people who know the ropes. These are people who've gone through the experiences. They are people who they are people who know the ups and the downs, the ins and the outs, and they're ready to help you out. If you can get yourself a mentor, you're going to be 10 steps ahead of even what your skills could offer you. Point number two, always give it your best shot. Even if you're going to do the bare minimum, let your bare minimum be presentable, man. Even if you're doing the most mediocre job, at least someone will say that there's something in her, like there's something in him, there's something in whatever she's doing, there's passion in whatever she's doing or he is doing. So always give it your best shot. You don't know who is watching. I've learned that you don't know who is watching, you don't know who's taking notes. And that leads to point number 3, which is going to kind of contradict what I am saying, yeah? But it's true. Whatever you do it for yourself. Do not expect everything that you do to go noticed by management. Just do it for yourself. Otherwise, you're going to get into a hole that is just frustration because no one is seeing your efforts, no one is seeing the big things that you're doing. It doesn't really work like that. So just do it for yourself. Point number 4, say hi to people, be kind to people. The other day I was sat down by my boss and they told me that people think you're snobbish. And the people who know me personally know that sometimes I have a very not so friendly resting face. But people thought I was snobbish, and he told me that in the event that you would like to move, in the event that you would want to move to another department or to move to another role, it might be difficult for you because you seem unapproachable. You seem like someone who people will not feel warm working around. And that caught me off guard. But I realized after time when I started saying hi to people, it kind of broke that ice between us. You know, you don't have to have like a personal conversation with everyone, but just saying hi to people goes a long way. And that is something that I didn't know, but now I'm starting to improve. So just say hi to people, be kind to people. You don't know which doors it could open for you. Point number 5 is always remember the bigger picture. Especially when you get into big corporate organizations, you tend to get comfortable because of the role that you have, because of the small money that you're earning. Always remember the bigger picture. You remember that you're supposed to probably be doing your master's. Always remember the bigger picture. Just remember not to get too comfortable because it's very easy to do so. Remember that you want to grow to be at a certain level, or you want to grow to the point that you're going to start working for yourself. And that doesn't come from just staying, from just chilling. I know I sound like a parent, but it's true. I've seen it. People get to a point where they relax. They forget whatever they were working towards because the job becomes an everyday thing, you know, like you wake up, you do this, you're tired, you go to sleep, you wake up, you do this, before you notice it's already 3 years down the line and you've not done anything to improve your skill set, you've not done anything to take you from point A to point B. So always remember the bigger picture. Point number 6, start saving. I just talked about how I was in a job that I was not understanding how people could save with that little money. But get a better job, get a second stream of income. But if you have the opportunity to get a steady stream of income that is reasonable, start saving. Join a circle, which is one of the videos that I'm going to be doing. But join a circle, open a money markets fund, just start saving something small. It will go a long way, especially when you want to start investing in big things, knowing that you have that kind of cushion. Just start saving. You know, something might happen, an emergency might come up. Start saving whatever small thing you have. If you're able to save, if you're privileged enough to save 10% of your salary, start saving. Point number 7. I'm going to give you another piece of advice that will sound like parental advice, but leave your job when you have another job. Unless that job is extremely toxic, unless that job is killing you. Out here, it's so hard to get a job these days. I just experienced a bit of it, and it completely took me off guard with the many rejection letters. So, if you want to leave your job, start applying for it when you're already in a job, because you don't want to get to a point where you're outside, you're out here, you don't have anything that is coming in, and you come to realize that the job market is not as friendly as you thought. So do something as you're looking for another job. Number 8. Yeah, we're moving. Number 8. Have a life outside the office. A lot of office flings, office relationships start because we're seeing the same people all the time, and you'll end up in a situation that you did not expect to find yourself, because you locked yourself in an office setting, office space, like you've stopped seeing your friends, you stopped going out. Like, if you don't want that kind of life, just have a life outside the office. There's a time I was sat down by one of my seniors because I was in the office past 5, and they were like, if you don't live, if this is the life that you're going to choose, just know the consequences to it. Yeah, so get a life outside the office, which leads to my point number 9, and that is, don't be the corporate tea man. Don't. Everyone will find out, everyone will know. Do not be the corporate tea. And if you're going to be the corporate tea, let it be worth it. At least when people are speaking about it, you're not too embarrassed. So don't be the corporate tea, and if you're going to be the corporate tea, let it be worth it. Which leads to my last point, and that is, it takes time. People are going to flourish faster than you, and there's no problem with that. It took me 3 jobs to actually settle, to actually understand. I haven't even understood my path fully, but to partially understand my path. It took me 3 jobs to actually realize that probably what I did in university is not what I want to continue doing in future. So it takes time. Just give it time, just give it patience, but always have a positive mindset, of course, and always put yourself in a space for growth. If you're stuck in a space of negativity, you're not going to leave that. You're not going to leave that space. So stay with people who are positive. Always put yourself in a mindset of growth, in a mindset of abundance, and it's going to work out eventually. Never put yourself in a space of lack, because you're going to get stuck there, and that is something that I've seen. So I hope these 10 lessons help anyone who is about to join corporate, anyone who is in corporate, and if you have other lessons that people might learn from your corporate experience, drop them on the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will be back with more. This time we are back with a bang, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.